Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So those are some nice pictures from the Rammstein concert in Vienna on Friday, and it was truly amazing. To just cut a long story short, it was amazing. The atmosphere, the stadium, it was the Ernst-Happel-Stadion, and it was truly fitting for it. And these were some pictures before the show. The show now began, and I recorded some of the bits, but the problem is that, due to copyright problems, and Rammstein is very aggressive with them, I don't dare to really record here or to really show you how it was. But maybe a bit here and there, and you can see those pylons, and from the top of them flames came, and they were hot. They were like 150 meters away, and you still could feel them burning your face. A typical Rammstein show, I guess. And it was amazing. The choice of songs was really great. The atmosphere, as I said, was perfect, and also the sound design, everything was just more or less perfection. So I only can recommend, if you get the chance, get yourself a damn Rammstein ticket. Mine costs here 85 euros, and I would pay triple for seeing Rammstein again, no doubt about this. So this was Rammstein at its finest, and they made a glorious, glorious show. I just cannot... I'm missing the words. Rammstein is defining the word epic, not the other way around. So it is just how it is. You're sitting there in front of the PC, and I think the biggest problem is silence, because after it was over, the world around you is just so silent. I kind of get the same when I get home from Wacken, but this was obviously from the song Pussy. With the dick cannon on stage. Yeah, that's just Rammstein at its finest, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. So what did we do with the next few days? Well, we actually went through Vienna, and Vienna is truly a beautiful city, but one day is not enough to see everything, and so we just watched some stones. But Napalm, this is the famous castle from Sissy and Franz, yeah. Well, it's a pile of stones. I'm just not really into this sort of stuff. My girlfriend can tell you. And, then we also kind of went through the garden, which is pretty huge, with fountains and just some little stretches of water. And there you can see the alleyways are pretty long, actually. And there is the pile of stones from the back. How beautiful. And as I said, more fountains with water and so on. So, yeah. And then we went up the hill, which is relatively steep. And then this part of the whole complex is very interesting, because inside there is a cafe. And this is where I actually met the Orange Doom on the other side of the building. And man, in person, this boy is really tall. Orange is so much taller than he looks on stream or whatever, and he is pretty nice. And so we had a nice conversation for, I don't know, half an hour, and then we went on separate ways again. No pictures, because it was just a private meeting. I only told you that it happened and no more. And then later on we went to the zoo. And aside from trees, monkeys, elephants, and other cat-like animals, well, we then saw some fish. This is a sturgeon, and he caught my interest. I sadly didn't catch him. And then there was also this fish from South America, Arapaima, and there were two of them, and they were huge. And also, please pay attention to how the head looks. It looks like pure metal. This is not photoshopped. This is not any sort of editing. This is really how the fish looked. Like some sort of weird pattern was printed in some sort of weird pattern into the fish's head. But no, this is how they look, and they are amazing. And I know where my next fishing trip goes. So, all hail river monsters, I guess. And it was just truly amazing. When we left the zoo, trees, because I guess they are roundly shaped and wonderful. Yeah, I like it very much. And then at night we tried some Austrian beer, and to be honest, it's not bad, could be worse. Later, we had some cathedrals or churches because we totally don't have them in Bavaria. And then this picture was next to the room that we were in our hotel. And that was funny to look at. And yeah, I like it. Then we also came across this nice model from Vienna like a few centuries ago, and you can see the big church in the middle, surrounded by some small houses, which were surrounded and protected by a double Lord of the Ring wall, whatever. I found it pretty amazing, and it reminds me of the little model that I saw next to the Wurstkuchen in Regensburg. Our final stop was at a shop for sweet stuff. I don't really recall here the name, but it didn't really look all that terrifying. But this was one of the few times when I actually had to give up because those little things were just too much for me. And I am a person that talks about this being a proper first table for a breakfast. Remember, first table. So so there you can see what I'm talking about. And that was actually already it from Rammstein concert in Vienna. This was my weekend, so I hope you understand why there were no videos up until now. And it was beautiful. I would do this kind of trip ever all over again. It is something that I think it burns itself into my memory. Maybe I try to make a little bit of a song compilation from War Thunder from the Ernst Happel Stadion, but I couldn't do it here because of copyright problems, issues, and I don't want to get demonetized for a picture again, so I have to be careful with everything, I guess. Yeah, that's the easy life of a YouTuber. Not. But yeah, that was Rammstein and Vienna 2019. I hope you enjoyed it. Give the video a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and we'll see each other just sometime in the future, I guess.